This is the Secrets of Soulitude with Ruby D, the goddess entrepreneur and the soul speaker. I look forward to you listening and me sharing my story. Peace. What's up, everybody? This is Ruby D, the goddess entrepreneur and the soul speaker. And this is episode 1 of Secrets of Soulitude. Yes, today is my birthday. I'm 38. It's 11/11/2018. And there's so much significance in that particular date and numbers and messages from the universe and everything. And I just felt, today was the best day ever to start my solo podcast where I share my journey and my life, my why, my how, my who, my everything with you all. Of course, like I said, today is my birthday. I am 38 today. No kids, never been married. So really it's just me. I don't have a significant other. I don't have any children that I have to give energy to or be anything for. That's not to say I don't have any family or anything like that. But it's really grasping the concept of and the reason why I wanted to start this particular podcast. With, first of all, what solitude is, it's essentially learning how to become best friends with your soul in solitude. We all live life with people constantly around us as we're growing up, as we go through school, we go through college, we get jobs, we have friends, we have family, we have significant others, and complete strangers literally everywhere we go, everywhere we turn, and all of these different energies that are always around us, and we're always absorbing, exchanging energy and everything. And it's like we spend so much time around other people that it almost seems, to some it seems foreign for us to really spend time alone. Like for me, 90% of the time I am, okay, maybe not 90%, maybe like 80 to 85%. But the majority of my time I spend with myself. And the reason I spend it with myself, I'm not lonely, I'm not sad or anything like that. I love me. I love the energy that I have. I love the conversations that I have with myself. And sometimes it's not me just in silence in a corner, just there. No. It's me alone doing the things that I love. I love drinking tea. I love listening to meditation music. I love working. I love being a creative. I love being an inspiration to people, in whatever way, shape, or form. I enjoy watching cartoons. My TV is always on the Cartoon Network or either Boomerang. And, I may not necessarily be watching the cartoons all the time, but that's just my thing. That's what I do when I'm alone. And those are the things that make me happy. Those are the things that make me comfortable. Those are the things that bring me peace. And with doing that, I've been doing that for a long time. I'm a Scorpio and I'm an emotional being. Of course, I'm a woman, so I'm emotional, but being a Scorpio makes me even more emotional and more susceptible to the emotions of other people. But it was early 2012 when I relocated from Mississippi to Florida. I was in Apopka right outside of Orlando. And I was there for approximately 5 years. But with being there, I had a lot of time to spend with myself, because when I left and relocated, I only knew one person, and that was the guy that I was dating at the time. Of course, I relocated, for us, for him, for our relationship. And when I first got there, we were working different shifts. He was working during the day and I was working during the evenings. So, we got time to spend together. We had time to spend together on the weekends, but a lot of that time I spent by myself. And with spending a large amount of time by myself, I really got to know who I am and what I like and what I'm about, and just really get a chance to learn me, learn who I am, self-educate myself. Because growing up, your parents always picked out your first outfits, of course, and they fed you whatever they cooked, they told you what you liked, they told you why you liked it, and you pretty much grow up knowing or learning about yourself from your parents. They told you what food you like, they told you why you should do things, what was best for you, and this type of thing. And, as we get older, and, that's what I call miseducation of self. But as we get older, we venture out on our own. We start to learn more about who we are and what it is that we like. But, during this particular period of time, I really got a chance to educate myself on who I was and why I was and everything. And I really had a lot of time to think about my past, not to dwell in my past and be sad about it or anything like that, but to really just take time to sit down and really think, why did I do this? Why did I make this decision? Why did I feel like this was the best thing to do at the time? And it's like, in doing that, I really got a chance to learn to accept myself and not be upset with myself for making a decision that, in hindsight as an adult, may have been a stupid or a dumb decision as a child or as a teenager. But it was like, what? I didn't know any better then. I can't be mad because I did this or I did that, and then, look at myself as if I couldn't forgive myself, or as if I was judging myself, and be able to be completely happy with who I am and why I am. And, I really had to think, what? Those things that happened shaped me. Those things that happened for a reason. It may not have been the best reasons, but they still happened. I can't be mad because I didn't make the best decision, now looking in hindsight. But at that particular time, I thought it was. Of course, in high school, stuff like that, sometimes knowing stuff ain't the best thing to do. It's not the best thing. But, you still do it anyway. And then you're like, what, I shouldn't have did that. Of course, we all have those lessons where we learn, we're hard-headed. And we learn it, but it's just like, at that particular moment, I was still living life. And those particular experiences helped shape me. They helped me to become who I am now. They helped me, and I think I'm a wonderful person. I absolutely love myself. And, it's just like, if I don't, then I can't expect anybody else to. But, during that period of time while I was in Florida and really spending that time with myself to accept me completely and understand that, what, Ruby, you're good. You look at the person that you are now. You're out here living life. You are ambitious. You are beautiful. You are, out here doing things. You've left the state of Mississippi, and it's some people that's been there their whole lives and would never leave, have never left. And it's just like, you're doing a little bit of something. You experiencing a little bit of life more. And you should be proud of that. Don't let whatever happened in the past keep you from living life in the future, keep you from achieving things or focusing on dreams that you have. And so within spending that time with myself, of course, I'm really not going to get into the relationship right now. We'll save that story for another day. But with that particular relationship and that period of time, I learned so much about me. What I like, what I needed to work on, what my triggers were, what I looked for in relationships, what I looked for in myself, what I looked for in friends, what I wanted out of life. And it's like, really, you can't really have that type of conversation with yourself unless you are by yourself. And the reason I say that is because when you're around other people, they are distractions from you. They serve as a distraction from you really listening to yourself. They are distractions from you really loving yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't be around other people or anything like that. Yes, being around other people is necessary. But for this particular journey, we're not worried about nobody else. We worried. Our only concern, or my only concern at this particular point in time, is me. And you going on this journey of solitude by yourself. But like I said, during that period of time where you spend time alone, that's how you really get to know who you are and what you want and what you want to do. You really get to come to terms with what you did in the past. Just think about it. A relationship that you have with your partner. You all have to effectively communicate, and in order to get past the problem or past a situation that's going on, you have to sit down and talk. You have to talk these things through. You have to think these things through and understand why a particular thing took place. Once you understand why a particular thing took place, then you can begin to work on a solution, get into a point of acceptance, getting to a point of understanding from their point of view, and getting to a point of being non-judgmental and saying, okay, I'm good with this. I can move past that. With the relationship that you have with yourself, you have to be able to do this with yourself. I say, hey, Ruby, back in the day, you did this and this and that. Why did you do that? And I say, self, I did it because, even if it was because I just wanted to or because I felt, it was the best decision. Then I say, oh, okay. That's why you did it. And as a result, what happened? How did that make you feel? How did that affect your life? You're still here, so obviously you didn't die. You're a beautiful person, so obviously, it didn't affect you physically. You're healthy, so obviously it didn't affect you, in that sense. Why are you holding this against yourself? Why are you allowing it to keep you from moving forward? And then, at that point, you really have to sit and think like, you know what? I did get through that. Even though I did it, it didn't make me a bad person. It didn't make me a horrible person. And it's just like, you know what? I still like you. I still love you. Regardless of what you did or what I did, I still love myself. I still care about me. I'm still here for me. And I know right now you can think of somebody that left you, that abandoned you, that walked away from you simply because what you did or what you said or how you felt didn't fit inside their box. But you can never do that with yourself. You can't walk away from who you are. You can't walk away from what happened to you, that's going to be with you for your entire life. It's with everything that I've done is with me for my entire life. And so I made the decision to become best friends with that, to accept that, to be okay with who I am in this particular journey. And during that time while I was in Florida, I went through a period that was my enlightening period. It was, y'all will learn, I share with you all, but it was a very, very life-changing experience or life-changing period for me on my journey of healing, learning who I am, becoming who I am. A shift took place for me. And like I said, if I was constantly around people and never had the opportunity to really dedicate some time to me, that probably would have never happened. And I know, some of us, have significant others and have children, and it's not as easy to spend that time alone. But even though it's not as easy to spend that time alone, it's just as important that you get that time in. I mean, you came in this world alone, you're going to leave it alone. I mean, it's just like, you might as well get used to it, You have to spend time by yourself in solitude and really, really get to know your why and your how. The reason that's so important is because we out here, every day going to these jobs, running these businesses, living our lives. And it's people that has been doing this for 50, 60, 70 years and have no idea who they are. They don't truly know who they are because they haven't put in the time. And because they haven't put in the time, they're out here doing things that they're not even happy with. They're out here living lives that don't even reflect who they truly are. And it's just like, really? Is that really the type of life that you want? Where you get to the point where you can't even stand to be by yourself because you don't love yourself, because you don't know yourself. You haven't accepted yourself. You don't appreciate yourself. That's not the kind of life that I wanted. And with today being my birthday, today has been amazing. I feel wonderful today. I will feel wonderful tomorrow, but of course today it's magnified because it's just like I'm a year older, a year wiser, a year more knowledgeable. Where I was last year and where I am this year, two completely different places. But I love it. I've allowed myself to grow. I haven't allowed who I am to hinder me. And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to start this podcast and just really share my story and share the benefits of spending time alone. I consider myself a self-care advocate, a self-advocate, because it's just like, if I can't be everything and do everything for me, I can't expect anybody else to do it. So I have to start with me first. So yeah, I thank you all for tuning in. There is a lot more to come, This is just the first one. I didn't want to make it too long. But definitely make sure you tune in next Sunday evening for the next episode of Secrets of Soulitude with Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur and the Soul Speaker. Make sure you check out my book series, The Goddess Grind, at www.thegoddessgrind.com. And make sure you order the books. It's 4 books in the series. But make sure you order the books, because a lot of what I'm talking about is going to be like reasons behind why I wrote the book, what inspired certain stories in the book and whatnot. So it all ties together. So until next time, just be happy. Spend time with yourself in solitude. That way you become best friends with your soul. This has been The Secrets of Soulitude with Ruby D, the Soul Speaker. Look forward to speaking with you next time. Peace. We thank you for tuning in to the Soul Therapy series. Be sure you check us out online at www.soultherapyradio.life and join our email list. This is Ruby D, the Soul Speaker. Peace.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.